Where would you live if you were living in Cumming, if you were moving there? That is the question we're going to answer today. Real estate ladies of North Atlanta, Mary Ellen Van Auken, Sue Jennings. How are you doing today, Sue?
Good. How you doing, Mary Ellen?
I'm doing fantastic. So let's talk about this and kind of go from where we're at here.
Yeah, so we are going to look at 3 different types of areas to move to if you're thinking about moving to Cumming, Georgia. The first is going to be the luxury living, upscale, popular neighborhood. The next is going to be the up and coming neighborhood. And the third is going to be a family-friendly favorite. So,
Yes.
Cumming's an interesting area because you've got Lake Lanier, you've got all that waterfront, boating activity. You're also at the edge of the North Georgia mountains, and there's so many wineries and great things that you can do as far as your lifestyle and your weekends and fun up in the North Georgia mountains. Cumming's a great area because it blends like outdoor adventure with great schools and a mix of different types of neighborhoods and lifestyles. Plus, it's sometimes a little bit more budget friendly than areas that are in closer to Atlanta.
Yes.
So if you're moving here, where would you want to live? First neighborhood we're going to talk about is Creekstone Estates. It's one of my favorites, Mary Ellen. How about yours?
Yes, it is. And that we both play tennis. So I played tennis just recently in the summertime there. And guess what? There were snakes on the tennis court. So that is not a reason not to live there. But what you're going to see, and that's probably a fun fact about Georgia, you're going to see snakes. They're friendly snakes. They're not terrible snakes, but
Mary Ellen, I moved here from Pennsylvania and we had snakes in Pennsylvania too. So that's nothing new.
So, people get all bent out of shape about snakes, but unfortunately I do not like snakes. Are not my friend. Like, I just don't like them, but they're cute and they're fun to look at. And there's a lot of good snakes here that kill other things. So getting into Cumming.
Go back to Creekstone Estates.
Yes, and let me just tell you about this property that we're going to show you first. It's 2910 Creek Trail Lane, Creek Lane. I'm sorry, I cannot say that. And it's for sale at 1.775. So I'm going to give you just kind of take a little look at it. And how much square footage is that, Sue?
I don't have that in front of me, Mary Ellen.
All right, so let's dig into that. So it's 5 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms. It's 8,150 square feet. Now you're coming from California. That's a lot of square footage for 1.775, or Hawaii, or somewhere else, or New York, and taxes as well. I think people don't realize taxes are very reasonable here in Atlanta area, where people think that it's about 1% of the sales price. So let's just take a look at what you get for 1.775 and tell a little bit about what I love about this neighborhood is that it's got a lot of trees. The community center and area is just so nice.
It is. This is a really elegant community, Mary Ellen. It's a master planned community, and the amenities section is drop dead gorgeous. I mean, their pool, their tennis courts, their pickleball, everything else. There's a real strong sense of prestige in this particular neighborhood. It's great for executives and their families who want high-end finishes, large lots, resort-style amenities and living, and staying close to the top-tier Forsyth County schools, plus some really great private schools in the Forsyth County area. So the things that I really like about this neighborhood are the clubhouse, the pool, the tennis courts, the fitness center. Plus, there's a fitness center in that home that we just went right past that timely picture. The playgrounds, the walking trails, just the location in general relative to restaurants and shopping. It's not far from Georgia 400 to get into the metro Atlanta area. And it's in a gated setting as well. There are sections of it that are gated. The homes go up to about $3 million in price, but you can get something a little bit less expensive than the one that we're looking at right now. Great custom architecture, chef's kitchens, outdoor living areas, pools, fireplaces. So, and the other place that this is close to, that's a great shopping venue, is the Collection and at Forsyth, right there at exit 13 of Georgia 400.
Yeah, and what I do like about this neighborhood too, obviously let's just look at the amenities right here, how beautiful they are as we're showing you the pool. And there's the clubhouse, but just look at the tree lines. Look at this. And then this house does have a pool too as well. So you're going to find that there are going to be some houses like this in here. A lot of them do have their own private pools, but it's nice to be able to go down and they have swim team and they have, look at the pool area, and then pickleball as well as tennis courts. And we're going to show one more in this neighborhood, which is
2335 Flat Stone Drive.
Yes. And so what I'll tell you is this one's at 1.875. Okay. And it's 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. It's about 6,700 square feet. And it's, let's look at it. Just look at it right from here, from the drone area. Look at this beautiful kitchen, Sue. What do you think about
Yeah,
this
somebody's
kitchen?
recently updated that kitchen. Somebody's really taken great care of this home, kept it fresh looking and updated, neutral, fresh paint colors. It's bright, it's airy looking. This looks like a really nice buy.
Yes, it really is. And really the kitchen, and let's talk about the knobs. Like, people are going to that rose gold. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I think that the brushed gold is a better look than either the rose gold or even the old-fashioned shiny gold, of course. I think that rose gold is a little bit difficult at times to get the appropriate light fixtures to go with it, or even appliances. So I think you have to be careful with how you use rose gold.
Yeah, I mean, and what I love about this neighborhood too, and of course we're going to look at these floor plans, is that everything is different. Every house is different in this neighborhood, and of course we're looking again at the amenities. It's all about the lifestyle too.
It is.
So I think that that's important. A lot of everybody, families or multiple generations are living in here. And I think that that's what's kind of important about here. So I think we really talked about this great. If you want some more information about this neighborhood, reach out to us. We're happy to provide that information. So let's go into our next one, which is Vickery Village, which is another one of my little favorite little subdivisions here in
yeah. So what's so cool about Vickery Village is it's got like a live, work, play kind of an environment to it, and it's a community that has a small town feel to it.
Right.
There's charming architecture in Vickery Village. There's shops, there's restaurants, there's green space, there's all within walking distance to the homes. So since walkable communities in Forsyth County are on the rise and in demand, I mean, Vickery offers something that is unique compared to some of Cumming's more traditional neighborhoods and subdivisions. And you can start, look for a home in Vickery Village anywhere from like 600,000 all the way up to, $1.5 million. This one's almost $2 million.
This one is 1.9980, and it's 6555 Five Oaks Road, and it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It's 3,300 square feet. You're going to have the smaller lots, but what I like about Vickery Village is you have restaurants that you can walk to. You can take your golf cart to. You also have the big YMCA there as well. And they have like cute little farmers markets that go in there too as well. And location wise, you're really close to everything. You're actually across the street from the Polo Golf and Country Club, which is our next one we're going to talk about.
Right.
But honestly, if you're looking for something that's walkable, not a lot of privacy. So you're not going to get a lot of privacy. This one is 0.17 acres. So if you're looking for no lawn care, you know what I mean? If you're looking for just really convenience, this is the direction you need to go in. So we're just kind of showing you, it's kind of an area that you can walk to places, but it's really low maintenance outside.
Right. So there's a trade-off there. So you've got the walkability to shops and restaurants, but you're not going to have the larger lot size you might in some of the other subdivisions incoming.
Sure. But they're very nicely done. It's a great location. It's a very desirable location. And I will tell you that a lot of times when things do come on the market here, they go pretty quickly. So, that's this one. And then we're going to go to the next one, and you can just kind of see, this is what Vickery Village looks. So again, the amenities, look at the amenities that you have there, the tennis courts and the pickleball courts. And this is really just showing, I mean, this is a lifestyle. I mean, who wants to go swimming in that pool, that big pool? So what you're taking away is your privacy of having a lot of property, but yet you don't have to deal with, having to deal with a tennis court or deal with a swimming pool and having to deal with all the maintenance, where you just get on your golf cart and you come on over here, and the basketball and stuff and the playground. So this is what Vickery Village kind of looks like. And this is also areas where it's just, this is Hacian right here. Yeah. So it's really close to Hacian, as well as they have their own shops and villages there in Vickery Village. So just kind of showing, this is Vickery Village here. But they also showed that you're so close to Hacian as well. So location wise, there's just lots of shopping, lots of places to go. And it's really kind of a lifestyle here. Yeah.
And again, the schools are really great in that area too.
The schools are great. And I think they did a good job of kind of showing this neighborhood, like look at this neighborhood. I think that 116 pictures later, we're still we're getting like the vibe of the neighborhood, which I think is great, because
it's a very pretty area. It really is.
And we know Vickery Village very well, but our viewers don't. So it might be somewhere where you're like, oh, I want to move there, Right. And so let's look at this next one, just so that you can see it. It's another one that's in Vickery Village, and it's at 1.498, and it's 6130 Vickery Creek Road, and it's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's 5,614 square feet, and it's also on. Yeah, and it's also on 1.13 acres. So obviously you are definitely not having any land with this property, but look how pretty it is. I think it's just what vibe you're looking for, So this is at 1.498. And what's really nice is you also have the elementary school and middle school, like really close.
Right down the street.
Like literally you kind of could walk if you want to, but who wants to walk when it's 90 degrees outside, right? So like we always tell people, yes, you could go there, but when it's 95 degrees outside or 90 degrees outside, and you really don't want to. But look how nicely this is done. Okay, here we go again. Where well, actually that shower is really pretty, and they've done this so nicely,
It's a beautiful house. It really is.
Yeah, it's 5,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet. And, it has a lot of features. If you look at all the upgrades and just different kinds of features and trending features that you'll see in this, that's really cool.
Bunk room.
Yeah, a bunk room. So we're almost finished. That's an interesting photo, but you do have a little bit of privacy. And here we go. And this is what Vickery Village kind of looks like, just so that you can kind of see it. So, all right.
Great.
So the next one, I have just a dear heart to me, like Polo Golf and Country Club. Like I belonged to the club when I first moved here. We lived in Alpharetta, but it was like the closest kind of place. So we played golf, we played tennis, and we joined the country club there. My daughter spent a lot of days in the swim pool there on the swim team. So it kind of has a little bit dear to my heart, this place, which I do love Polo. It's definitely family friendly. So let's dig into this. So tell us about the Polo Golf.
Yeah, so some of the homes in Polo are a little bit older, but it's getting a total revitalization in many cases. Been in recently, we did a tour of homes in Polo, saw about 6 or 7 homes there. Some of them have had great updates to them, and some of them have opportunities for updates. Let's put it that way. But it's a very amenity-rich community, and it blends like golf course living. Some of the homes are golf course lots and have views of the golf course. But yet, there's great amenities there, like Mary Ellen said, the pool, tennis, and so forth. But it's got a great community feel to it.
And the golf course as well. So let's talk about this one. So people.
I've been in this home, Mary Ellen. Yes. I saw this home.
So
yeah,
it's 6455 Darling Court, and it's at 1.899, and it's 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's 6,920 square feet. So Sue, since you've been in this house,
right,
tell us a little bit about the things you like about this house. I love the kitchen.
This house has been totally renovated. It's owned by an investor who went in and did this home and several other homes in the neighborhood. And this home just has a gorgeous kitchen to it. The bathrooms were gorgeous. There's a great space for just sun-filled rooms, places to sit, places to entertain. It's really a great home for a family that wants a larger size lot, a larger size home, and have those recreational options with just that ultra luxury feel to it. Everything's been updated in this house.
So let me ask you a question. Do they have furniture in this house, or it's really just?
It's really just the first floor that has some furniture in it. I think there were some pictures there that showed it, but it does have a great basement. This year's looking at the basement right now. Yes. It's a huge basement, as a matter of fact. And they did put like a kitchenette down there for either, like a teen suite, in-law suite, or just entertaining in general.
Yeah, and look at the privacy too. So you're going to get more of the family feel, where you will have your privacy towards this house. But really, the landscaping is fantastic. It is a 3-car garage. So you see how much space you have in the garage, and
golf cart.
There's your golf cart, and I love when they do the different photos of the different twilights and everything else, that you can kind of see the house with the sun being set and just kind of the neighborhood, so that people that don't know this area, they're just gonna really kind of fall in love with the tree line and everything else that we do have in this area. And I think
so I find in general, and Mary Ellen, correct me if you disagree, but I think comparing this to Creekstone, our first neighborhood we talked about, Creekstone, I think you're going to find higher price points in general than what you find in Polo Golf and Country Club. Now, this is a higher end home for Polo because of the updates that it's had.
Yeah, and I think with Polo, what's really kind of cool is that they have a lot of smaller homes, where I think Creekstone Estate is really big homes. Right. Big. You want bigger or better, you're going to go to Creekstone Estates. Here, you're going to get a larger range of homes. You're going to have 2-story homes. You're going to have, 3-story homes. You're going to have the square footage anywhere probably from like 2,500 up. So you don't have that in Creekstone Estates. You just have these big houses. So this is 6450 Westchester Place. 6 bedrooms, 5 full, 2 half bathrooms, 7,720 square feet, and for a deal at 1.980. So, and this was built in 1997. So
Right.
what you're going to find too is the houses built in the Polo Fields are going to be a little in the 90s, right? So you're going to get that
Right.
90s feel, where Vickery Village is newer homes that are smaller and more condensed, and Creekstone Estate, you're going to have those bigger homes. So you have a selection of going in those three neighborhoods depending on what you're looking for. So what I really love about this is, look at the lifestyle,
Very elegant.
really nice, nicely done, even though you can tell some of the stuff has been built in the 90s, you still can go in there and make it your own, right?
Right. And there are also some homes in lower price points in Polo that, unlike the two that we've shown you in terms of those prices, but some you have opportunities to go in, gut homes, put in kitchens and bathrooms, and really build some sweat equity in them and so forth. And like you said, make it your own, because some of the homes have not been updated yet, but there's a lot of opportunity there to, increase the value of the home.
I think people have to understand that, a little bit, if you redo like floors, you redo painting, it can make such a difference in a property. Now, this I would, definitely repaint. It's not my cup of tea, but
It's one of the most inexpensive things you can put into a home that can make the biggest impact.
This isn't my favorite wallpaper in the world, but I'm definitely I'm never gonna sugarcoat anything with you, and I think Sue and I are definitely never gonna sugarcoat. We will say our opinions, but we also really value your opinions. You're the one that has to live in the house, not us, and you might love it. I'm just telling you. But what I really love about Polo is they keep all the trees too. And I think the two communities, Creekstone Estates and Polo Fields, they have lots of trees, where Vickery Village is more of a lifestyle. If you're living in a downtown, you can walk to shops. So that's just going to be a different vibe.
Right. And I think one thing people have to recognize too is a home like what we just showed, even though it's dated, it's very well maintained. Sure. And so if you can, find a home, even though it's dated, if it's been well maintained, it's a good buy generally, because of, if it just needs cosmetics, it's a whole lot different than if it needs major structural maintenance items and so forth.
And just looking at the amenities and looking at the golf course and everything else, it's really a lifestyle. So if you love golf, this is where you need to be as well. So I know we talked about Cumming. Cumming is a great area. It is in Forsyth County, so taxes are a little less than if you're in Fulton County, just so you know. They're also in Forsyth County is a senior discount tax. So Sue, tell us about that.
Well, when you've passed a certain age, you don't have to pay the school taxes any longer. And that's where the majority of that discount comes into play. So, if you are older, if you want a house that large, that's great. But there are a lot of over 55 communities in Cumming. So we do have people that are moving here all the time from out of state to be near grandchildren and so forth. And they seek out the over 55 communities in Cumming. Those are generally a little bit newer in terms of construction and have great amenities as well. But the beauty of Cumming is that you're just minutes from the mountain and you're not that far from the city either.
Yes. So. And another great place that people do go to in Cumming, besides we talked about the collections, which is right off 400, that's really close to Creekstone Estates, but also we also have Cumming City Center, which has really, really been a great, and that's up in the city of Cumming, which is a little bit north, maybe 10 minutes north of, say, Vickery and Polo Fields, 10 to 15 minutes. But you have there lots of shops, lots of restaurants too. So we're building these communities around different areas so people can come and have dinner, go shopping, and also they have like concerts there. So it's kind of bringing the community together. So Where would I live in Cumming? We gave you 3 great selections. There's so many other subdivisions like everywhere. So let us know. We just wanted to give you kind of a little taste of Cumming. So if you want some more information, reach out to us. We're always here for you. Have a great day. Anything else, Sue? I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
All right, great. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.